Today's story moves from silence in a courtroom to suffering on a road, revealing how restraint carries the weight of love. When the morning came, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Jesus to put him to death. They bound him, led him away, and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Then Judas, who had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought back the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, "I have sinned in that I have betrayed innocent blood." And they said, "What is that to us? You see to it." He cast down the pieces of silver in the temple, departed, and went and hanged himself. And the chief priests took the silver pieces and said, "It is not lawful to put them into the treasury, because it is the price of blood." They took counsel and bought with them the potter's field to bury strangers in. Therefore that field was called the field of blood to this day. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, "And they took the 30 pieces of silver, the price of him that was valued, whom they of the children of Israel valued, and gave them for the potter's field, as the Lord appointed me." Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus said to him, "You say so." And when he was accused by the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many things they witness against you?" And he answered him never a word, so that the governor marveled greatly. Now at that feast the governor was accustomed to release to the people a prisoner whom they desired. They had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore when they were gathered together, Pilate said to them, "Whom do you want me to release to you? Barabbas, or Jesus, who is called Christ?" For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent to him, saying, "Have nothing to do with that just man, for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him." But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Jesus. The governor answered and said to them, "Which of the two do you want me to release to you?" They said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "What then shall I do with Jesus, who is called Christ?" They all said to him, "Let him be crucified." And the governor said, "Why? What evil has he done?" But they cried out all the more, saying, "Let him be crucified." When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but rather that a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, "I am innocent of the blood of this just person. You see to it." Then all the people answered and said, "His blood be on us and on our children." Then he released Barabbas to them, and when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the common hall and gathered the whole band of soldiers around him. They stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. When they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head and a reed in his right hand, and they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They spit upon him, took the reed, and struck him on the head. After they had mocked him, they took the robe off him, put his own clothing on him, and led him away to crucify him. Morning breaks, but there is no clarity, only decisions already made. Jesus is bound and transferred from one authority to another, not because the truth has been examined, but because the outcome has been agreed upon. Power moves him along like paperwork that must be processed. Nearby, Judas watches the sentence fall. The money that once felt useful now feels unbearable. He tries to return it, but regret finds no audience. Responsibility is passed back and forth until it lands nowhere, and Judas leaves alone. Jesus, meanwhile, stands before Pilate. The questions are direct, the accusations are loud. His response is silence, not weakness, restraint. Pilate senses it. Authority recognizes innocence, yet refuses to protect it. A choice is offered to the crowd. One man guilty and loud, one man innocent and quiet. The noise decides. Pilate washes his hands, as if water could separate him from a decision he knows is wrong. The system moves forward, clean on the outside, stained underneath. Then the mocking begins. A robe, a crown of thorns, a pretend throne room filled with laughter and cruelty. They dress him like a king while treating him like nothing. And still he does not resist. By the time they lead him away, everything necessary for condemnation has already happened. Not because truth failed, but because fear and convenience were stronger than courage. This is not just the story of a trial. It is the moment humanity chooses comfort over conscience and silence carries the weight of love. If this story helped you to understand what really happened back then, consider liking the video and subscribing for more astounding moments like these. See you soon in the next videos.